In the last 30 days, I've done over $40,000 in sales on Amazon, as you guys can see right here. But the golden question is, out of that $40,000 in sales, how much is profit? What am I taking home? And in today's video, what I want to do is I want to go over and break down how to gauge your profit, how to calculate how profitable a product is. So that's going to help you with your product research. It's also going to help you gauge the products that you are currently selling, whether you're spending too much on PPC, what you need to adjust so that your business is profitable. That is the most important thing. If you do not know how to calculate that, then how do you know that you're making money? So I'm going to show you different tools, and then I'm also going to show you a software tool that's going to help you basically plan out your accounting, enter in your expenses to know exactly to the T how much you're making per month, per day, per year selling on Amazon. So stay tuned. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Trevor Peterson. I'm a multiple six-figure Amazon seller, and this is what I do full-time, and this is what I'm passionate about, and I'm really excited to help you guys understand profit. Is your business making money? But before we dive into the video, I want to welcome everyone that is new to the channel. We are slowly growing. We're seeing a lot of people start joining this YouTube community, and I just want to thank you guys. And if you guys haven't yet subscribed, then go down and hit the subscribe button so that you guys stay up to date when I'm releasing these new videos every single week. And if you guys are also enjoying learning something, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment about what you liked, what you learned, something that you would like to see in the future as well. So I just want to say thank you guys, and let's dive into the video. Alright guys, so the first thing that I want to go over is the Profitability Calculator. This is going to help you guys really know whether or not a product is going to be profitable, whether you should look to source it, whether you should buy it, and you can also verify the products that you're already selling and make sure that you're actually making money per unit you sell. So right here, it's a super awesome tool. It is a Helium 10 tool. If you guys do not have Helium 10 yet, I would highly recommend getting it. Go to helium10.com and you're literally going to have every single tool that you guys need ever when it comes to selling on Amazon. And I'm super excited because Helium 10 is releasing some new tools like an auto email responder. I'm super excited about that, so stay tuned. I don't want to get sidetracked, but I'm just really excited about that one. Anyway, so helium10.com, you go to plan details and you're going to see just a ton of different options. And what I would recommend is get the Platinum plan. It comes with everything that you guys need to sell on Amazon and to use the different techniques and strategies that I'm using. And today I'm going to be using the Profitability Calculator, and then I'm also going to be using the tool called Profit. So if you just wanted that tool alone, it's going to be $37 a month. But if you guys just want all of them, then I would recommend getting the Platinum plan because it's going to save you a ton of money. And it's the best bang for the buck out there. And also don't forget to use my coupon code AMZChampions50. You can get 50% off for the first month. So $48.50 for the first month that you guys can try and actually see for yourself that this is literally the best tool. I'm really passionate about this. I love Helium 10. Anyways, let's go back to the Profitability Calculator. And I just want to break down and show you guys, are you profitable? The product that you're looking to sell, what are the margins like? So what you're going to do is you're going to search for the product that you're selling, you're looking to sell, or maybe that you're selling. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go right here, and once you have Helium 10, you're going to have this kind of plugin. So you're going to have some more information that you can look at, so you can see how many sellers, who is it sold FBA or merchant fulfilled, what category, what is their rank, the ASIN, and then you can calculate fees, which that's going to take you to the Profitability Calculator. So for this example, let's say I'm looking to sell a product like this exact product. Maybe I'm selling it for cheaper, maybe I'm adding a new feature, or whatever the case is. I want to know how much money I'm going to make if I sell this bamboo phone mount. So I go to calculate fees, and it's going to pull up some different information that you're going to enter in. So right here, first you have the dimensions. The reason why it asks you for the dimensions and weight is Amazon calculates your FBA fees according to how heavy is the product, how expensive is the product, and how much does the product weigh. The reason being is how big the product is, how much does it take in our fulfillment center, how much does it weigh? How much does it cost to ship the product? How big is it? How much is the packaging that we have to include? The boxes, the cost of the boxes, the cost of the tape, the cost of the label. How much is all of that going to cost? So the bigger the product, the more expensive the FBA fee is. So that's why it's going to ask for this information. And what's cool is you may not know the exact, you would if you are selling the product, but you can kind of get an estimate. I mean, this is going to show that an estimate of this particular product. Maybe you can reach out to your supplier and ask how big is the packaging going to be, just so you can calculate literally everything. So you have the dimensions, then also the weight of the product, and then you're going to go down right here, the price of the product. So how much are you selling the product for? So are you selling it for $8.49, or are you selling it for $7.99, or are you selling it for 20 bucks? You're just going to enter in the price there. Then you're going to put the estimated time in storage. What is your turnaround rate? How often are you ordering? Is that product going to, you send 1,000 units to the Amazon fulfillment center and you sell 500 per month, so that's going to be an estimate time of 2 months, 1 month in storage. Is it going to be longer? It's going to help you calculate storage fees. And then right here, the unit manufacturing cost, and then the estimated freight cost. This one is kind of complicated, so what I do is I just plug in the cost of the product, and then I add on top of that the cost of the shipping. So if the product costs $1.70, maybe the shipping is going to be $1 per unit. So it's going to be $2.70 per unit. So every single unit, to get it to Amazon, that includes tariffs, importing fees through your freight forwarder, the cost of shipping, the cost of the product, the packaging, literally everything once it arrives to Amazon's warehouse. How much does that product cost to get there? So that's what you're going to put in this unit manufacturing cost. So you're going to enter that there. Then you're going to go down right here and you see there's some other costs. So you can put that at 0 just at the very beginning. But for example, some other costs that you need to take into account, maybe PPC campaigns, maybe you have a subscription service that you have every single month, and you do the math, and your subscription is 40 bucks, you divide it by 500 units, and you just kind of calculate that inside this other cost. That is not as important, but one thing that people don't take into account is those other expenses, such as PPC campaigns. This product right here as is, we're going to see that the net profit, if it cost me $2.70 to manufacture it, to land it at the fulfillment center, I'm going to be netting $1.19 per unit I sell. And then during the holiday season, I'm going to be netting $1.13. The reason being is the storage fees are a little bit more expensive during the holiday season just because there's more of a demand. So that's why you have two different numbers right there. So you're going to be making $1.19 per unit you sell, which is only a margin of 13%, which is not very good at all. And that's not taking into account the other expenses of your business, such as your software tools, the Amazon account, your PPC campaigns. I mean, the list goes on of other expenses. So that's something that you need to take into account. A lot of people don't, and they think, oh, my margins are 60, 70%. But the reality is you're spending, your acquisition cost on your PPC campaigns is 70, 80%. So it's really not 70%. You're probably losing money at that acquisition cost. So you need to make sure that you have all those expenses. And I'm going to show you a software that's going to help you basically calculate those expenses to know really to the T how much money are you making per day, per month, per week, per year on Amazon. So it's super cool, and that's why I like these softwares, is because you're not going in and entering it into some Excel spreadsheet or QuickBooks. You're getting this software. It's Helium 10 Profits is what it's called. You're connecting it to an AWS token inside Amazon, so it's pulling all the FBA fees, it's pulling how much you're spending on PPC, and so you don't have to go in and manually enter it in like you're doing right here. So it's super useful, and let's dive into that tool. So just kind of to wrap this up, this is going to give you guys your net profit, but you still need to have and take into account the other costs. This margin, 14, 13%, isn't very good. I would recommend at least try to try to have a healthy margin because you're going to have some other expenses. You're going to maybe have to drop your product costs. You're maybe going to have some taxes that you're going to have to pay. There's a lot of other expenses that you're going to have to take into account. So that's the profitability calculator. Now what we're going to do is let's go to the Helium 10 dashboard, where we're going to look at the tool profits. So we'll see you in there. All right, so here we are inside of Helium 10 profits right here. So if you guys don't have Helium 10 yet, go to helium10.com. You can see right here profits. If you just want profits, it's going to be $18.50 for the first month with my coupon code. But I would recommend getting the Platinum plan because it literally comes with all of the tools that you're going to need to build and grow and scale your FBA business. So that is the tool that we're looking at, is Profits, and it's super, super useful. So you click right here and it's going to take you to Profits. And this is just the demo version. So once you go and you hit enable, then you're going to go into your Amazon Seller Central account and you're going to give access through your AWS token. It's super easy, and I connected it to this account right here. And all you need to do is you go to the App Store, you go to manage your apps, and you're going to authorize new developer, and then Helium 10 will show you what you need to enter in, and then you just copy and paste some things, and then you have your account literally connected to the Helium 10 software so that it integrates and it knows how much you're spending on shipping, on the FBA fees, on your PPC campaigns, and these things that are very difficult to calculate if you don't have a software to do it for you. So that's why I recommend getting it. It just simplifies your entire life. And if it wasn't for this, it would just, I wouldn't know how much money I'm making, okay? So right here, this is the demo version. You're going to see that it's going to show you today, what is your gross revenue? And then it's going to show you how much are you actually making profit. So you have a 67% margin, which is great. How many orders, how many units were sold? So you had 66 orders, but some people bought 2. You have promos used, you have 0 refunds. And then the same thing for yesterday. You have the total gross revenue, the net profit, shows you the margins, the promos as well, and then you can calculate and you can see the last 7 days, you can see this month, last quarter, this quarter, yesterday, this week, last year, custom range, and you can just see how much money you are actually making at every second. Okay, so that's why it's super important to really understand, is your business making money? So right here, you can also see some cool information. This is awesome to just go in and break down the data, see what's trending. So right here, sales trends, you can see yesterday versus the day before yesterday. So declining. Yesterday versus the day before yesterday, it's increasing. So maybe one day of the week your product is more popular than another, or maybe it's a seasonal product. It's going to show you and kind of break down all that data, which is also going to help you gauge when you need to order more inventory, when you're getting low. You can kind of gauge how many units you're selling per day and all of that stuff. Or maybe on the days that you sell more than normal, maybe you want to bump up your price a little bit. The list can go on with what you can do with this information. Right here, you have the performance matrix. So this is basically breaking down your profit, and it's going to show you the ROI, the margin, kind of the same thing as it did right here, just kind of breaking it down in this matrix format right there. Then right here, units sold and estimated profit. This is another great thing to look at is, again, how much money are you making? So many people are saying, oh, I sell $100,000 on Amazon. But how much of that is actually profit? Do they have a 10% margin? So are they making $10,000 per month? Or do they have a 50% margin and they're making $50,000 profit per month? You just don't know unless you actually calculate it. And one of these softwares actually enable you to do it without having to go manually enter it in. So that's why it's so valuable. I mean, I would pay hundreds of dollars for this because it saves me hundreds of hours. Okay, so that's why I use it. And also at the end of the year, when it comes tax season, you have all the information, you are prepared, you can enter in, which I'm going to show you, the expenses, and you can go to your CPA or your tax professional and show them exactly, okay, this is what I have, and you're not just super unorganized, cluttered, and you actually have a plan and you actually have data, and you're organized. So it's really important this year. I could have done a lot better, but it's because I didn't have these software tools at the very beginning of the year, so I kind of had to catch up, and it was just a nightmare. So if you can get on track and really stay organized and stay on top of it every single month, it's going to be a lot easier at the end of the year. So back to this estimated net profit, units sold. So that's some more information that you can look at. Then you have inventory levels. So this is where it's going to show you how many days you have left of inventory. Do you need to order more? I mean, if you only have not even a day of inventory, you should have ordered inventory a long time ago. So you can go in and see when you need to reorder inventory. You can look at your best sellers, and it shows you right here. And again, it shows you the margin of each product, what are you netting, the gross, the cost, and you can go right here and you can dive into a lot more information. You can show more, so all of your products. And let's go back and keep going to the next feature, which is right here, is products. So this is the individual product's performance. So if you want to look at one individual product, how much that product is making, then you go right here. Then another thing that you need to actually, before you can know how well your product is doing, you need to go to inventory levels. So inventory levels, you can adjust the cost of the product and how much it costs to land at the Amazon fulfillment center. So this is kind of what I was showing you with the profitability calculator. You're going to go in and you're going to enter in the cost of goods. So the product costs, so the product with the bamboo phone mount, for that example, it was $1.70. Then we said about $1 per unit sold. So I would change this to $1.70, and then the shipping cost is $1. And then you hit apply, and that's going to make it so that every time you sell a product, it's going to calculate that for you, and it's going to show you on this main profits dashboard how much money you're actually making, what are your margins, etc. I mean, if it was the 13%, like the first example that I showed you, your margins right here, you may be doing 2,800 in sales, but if your margins are only 10%, then it's only going to be $280. So the higher the margins, obviously, the more money you make. So that's where you need to calculate and make sure you're adjusting things. You're not spending too much on PPC. You're optimized, and that's why it's important to have this inventory levels set up, and you have the products entered, and you can see the FBA fees. How much are you spending in FBA fees? And then again, you have the total inventory, available inventory, and then days of inventory left. So that's kind of estimating. You sell 20 or 10 a day, and for 30 days, and you have 30 days of inventory if you sell 300 units. So that's kind of how it's calculating the days of inventory. So you want to look at that and really keep tabs on that so that you don't run out of stock. That's another great kind of feature with this, is it's going to help you stay in stock and really gauge when you need to reorder products. So the last thing that I want to go over, I know there's a lot of information, I'm going fast. This is something that is really important to me because I had to do this just a couple months ago. I had to meet with my CPA. I had to go through all of this, and luckily my CPA said, wow, you're actually kind of organized because this software, and he asked me how much this software was, and he was blown away that I was able to get the software for this price. So it's really important to be able to organize and keep all the data and expenses so that you can write off things for your taxes, that you're not just wasting money and you know where the money is going. So right here, expenses, you can go in and enter in reoccurring monthly expenses. So how much are you paying every single month for these software tools? So for example, Helium 10, you go right here, you have, you go right here, you hit new expense, and you enter in when you first got the software. So maybe you've had the software for 8 months. So you'd go back to 8 months and you enter in, I got it January 1st. And then what is the service? What is it called? Did you pay for product photography? Do you have the Helium 10 subscription? Did you pay for Facebook advertising? What did you pay for that was involved in your business? Did you upgrade your office? Did you get a new computer? Did you get a new camera? Did you get a new phone? Are you paying for the internet? Are you paying for your phone bill? Are you paying for insurance? I mean, the list goes on of expenses that you can enter in right here. that is going to help you get a better gauge of how expensive a product, how much profit you're actually making when you sell on Amazon. Okay, so a lot of times when people ask me, okay, how much money are you making on that 40%? I could say, not counting expenses, well, my margins are like 50%. But if you take into account lawyer fees, the insurance, product photography, subscription services, the cost for my phone, I mean, things like that, that's where you're going to enter in right here. So I kind of got sidetracked a little bit, but Helium 10, the service, then you go, how much are you spending per month? 97, is it monthly? Is it a one-time fee? Then you hit add, and you add it, and since it's a demo mode, you can't add it. But if I go back to this, where I actually connected it to my dummy seller account, I can go right here, expenses, and then you can also add your PPC token, which is going to help you calculate how much you're spending on PPC. But anyway, so I added it right here, new expense, Helium 10, the service. It's the day, the first of the month, the amount, and it's reoccurring monthly expenses. So every single month, maybe how much I'm paying is $136.99, and that's going to calculate into my total profit. So you're going to do that. Make sure you enter in the one-time fees, whether you fill up for gas by taking your shipments to the post office, if you do that, or writing off the boxes that you're shipping in, or the tape, or your internet bill. You want to write off as much as you can, and the only way you can write it off is if you actually have it organized and you write it down. And the software tool, it makes it easy to actually go in and enter in the expenses, and then you can go and you can export it into an Excel file, and then you just give that to your CPA, and he can go in and basically do all the tax deductions and do all that stuff. I'm not a tax professional. I wish I understood a little bit more, but that's why I hire it out, and that's another expense that I would enter in. I pay my CPA X amount. So this tool is going to help you really gauge how much money you're actually making, and it's really nice. It's super easy, it's user friendly, and you can go on and check every single day and really make sure that your margins are good, how much are you actually making, and it's going to relieve and take a lot of stress off of your shoulders instead of having to manually calculate everything, or maybe you're not calculating and you're just hoping that you're being profitable. So I would highly recommend Helium 10 Profits. Again, the plan details, you can go and use my promo code AMZ Champions. You can get it 50% off. The Platinum plan comes with all of it, but if you were just to get profits, then it's going to be $37 per month. The tools that I use like all the time is X-Ray, Cerebro, Magnet, Blackbox, and Alerts is another great tool, which I'll talk about in the future. But there's so many tools that come with Helium 10. I'm super excited about what they're doing, and I'm also super pumped about their new tool that they're coming out with, Follow Up. It's an automated email sequence sender. So all of these tools are going to come along with the Platinum plan for $97. So if you were to go get all the tools elsewhere at like Jungle Scout, Viral Launch, kind of piece them together, it's going to cost upwards to like $500, where you can just get everything all in one platform for $97 per month. So check out Helium 10. I really like what they're doing, and also I'm going to be announcing the giveaway winner for the Helium 10 Platinum plan later this week. So if you guys haven't entered, then go to my last video that I posted, and to enter you just need to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. So if you guys did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate it if you guys subscribed, liked the video, left a comment, and that you go and check out the channel and see what other videos are out there to help you really build a successful FBA business. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.